The Rowan promo. I thought the Wyatt 6 stuff tonight was last night. Well, I guess it's technically 2 nights now, but let's say tonight. Let's pretend it's the same night. But yeah, Wyatt 6. This almost was going to be my promo of the week, but I had to give it to something else. But I thought Chad was great doing his I figured it out. Uncle Howdy is Bo Dallas. So the master has figured it out. And he played up I think Gable played up comedy, but still not like making a joke of the situation very well. And I think that's the thing that Kurt Angle did very well. And sorry to make that generic ass comparison, but I think that's the things that is getting Gable to be such a pivotal character on the show. Is he's funny, he's comedic, but he's not losing his seriousness. It's just him being serious is funny for some reason. So to see him do that and it not take away from the, like, Jay Uso does the comedy thing with the Wyatt 6, but I feel like the way he does it kind of takes away from the sort of spooky kind of thing they're trying to play off, the mystique. So yeah, I think Chad is playing that off very well. The beatdown, the Creed brothers finally got behind Chad Gable. I still stand behind the idea that this Creed brothers thing is just a red herring. The Creed, if you noticed, when I'm getting ahead of myself here, but when the Wyatt 6 surrounded the ring and came in, Chad actually left the ring and left the Creed brothers in there by themselves. So it's already sowing the seeds of these guys are not as like cohesive as the Alpha Academy was. And I think that's eventually just going to lead Chad back to the Alpha Academy, because they're not letting that go. They're not in storyline. They're not like completely getting rid of that idea. So I definitely still stand by that. I think tonight, Monday. Monday night definitely again drove my point home. I think that this is going to be just a red herring. The Creed brothers thing is just temporary, and it's not going to work out for Chad the way he thinks it's going to work out. But yeah. Sorry, I got ahead of myself on that. I thought the Rowan promo was very, very good. I thought it was better than Bo. I thought it had all of the emotion and sort of the spin to like real life to storyline that I think kind of bridged a little bit of a gap where he took the Luke Harper and Bray Wyatt deaths and sort of like took that reality and took of what I probably assume is real, that he fell into some sort of depression. And he says that he became catatonic. I don't know if it went that far, but it spun it into, okay, this is why, though, this is a motivation for this new character and this whole thing that I'm doing. It's, again, finding the family that he lost, sort of finding a new, I guess, spin, or just a new family in general. And he's stuck with his dead friend's little brother. That's basically where it's at. So that's still pretty sad. However, the Rowan promo, I thought he nailed it. I thought he really hit every. I thought he hit it perfectly. He had the emotion that should have been there. He was crying throughout it. I mean, I thought it was good. I thought it was very good. And I don't know Rowan to be a great promo guy. But yeah, I thought it worked out very well. It told his story. It also gave us the sort of inkling here that we're going to get every character now explaining their motivation for joining this family. And again, that's where I've been saying with the Chad Gable tie-in is that's why I also don't think this is just going into him starting a new group. And that could be something that's revisited down the line, the Creed brothers thing, but I definitely feel like that's just more of a vehicle to kind of get him to reconcile with the Alpha Academy. So, and that whole family thing is definitely still kind of stuck in my head. That's where I think this whole Wyatt 6 thing is going down. It's going down the route of it's not necessarily, it's almost like where the Fiend, and I'm going to reiterate something I've said before, but the Fiend at one point, every time he wrestled somebody or had a match with somebody and they lost to him, it kind of changed their character. Like Daniel Bryan went from the baby face to the I think the what do you call it? The green the vegan character. But yeah, there was like I think Finn Balor changed his character after losing to the Fiend. So I think there's going to be an element of that them having feuds with people kind of leaves the character almost traumatized, or there's some kind of like lasting effects to having a feud with the Wyatt Six. So we'll see if that kind of plays in to the Chad Gable thing. Yeah, the only thing I guess I would say that I didn't like, but I guess it's again the Triple H booking. I have to go into Triple H booking. The fact that there wasn't really any contact, I feel like they kind of just did the same thing. After the Bo Dallas beatdown, I mean, Bo was selling like a crash test dummy. He was also doing the Luke Harper tribute, doing the yes, yeah. So yeah, I mean, Bo Dallas got fucking beat the fuck down. It was a pretty bad beatdown. And he was laughing the entire time. So yeah, the only thing I guess I would say is that the Wyatt 6 save was a little anticlimactic. It was like, I feel like maybe there should have been some kind of contact. I think we're past that point of like just the theatrics. I mean, it was the first time they got into the ring. And we saw Bo Dallas come out as Bo Dallas. So yeah, you could just tell Bo Dallas was like so happy to just get his ass beat. It's hilarious. Like in real life, I think he was just so happy to like finally be out there again. So him just selling. It was like Shawn Michaels in that SummerSlam Hulk Hogan match. Yeah. Yeah, I just say no contact was a little bothersome. It started to like draw. I think even the fans in the crowd were getting a little bored in the middle of the segment. I'd say I was too, because I thought it was just going to end with a beatdown and no Wyatt 6. But the Wyatt 6 did come out, so we got that at least. But I thought maybe a little contact would have been nice. Little contact. Maybe one of the Creed brothers gets fed or something into the crew. But I also have a feeling that they're not quite sure how these guys are gonna like wrestle in these costumes. Obviously, they're probably not gonna, but they'll probably have like different versions for wrestling, or they're gonna unmask each wrestler, so we know, once they take the mask off, it's not that oh my god moment. We already know who they are, which we already did pretty much, but for the casuals, I guess they have to do that.